This is part 3 of my D2L grades tutorial. So far we have used the setup wizard, created schemes, managed our grades to create categories and items. Now it's time to enter some grades. There's a variety of ways to do this. I'm going to show you at least a few. You may find more. So we can click on enter grades from this point, and let's say I have a variety of grades I need to enter by each student. If I click on Ashley's name, I will pull up her entire list of grades and I can enter all of her grades here. So I'm not going to have a final adjusted grade, but I can go ahead and add some grades here, and I can show comments at the same time. So perhaps I'd like her to try this again, or to complete this work and resubmit. So this will be something that the student will see under comments for users, and this box is comments for me. So perhaps I had a conference with this student. I might make a note of it here so that I can refer back to that later if necessary. So my next category is math. I might make some decisions on the grades. Now we have already set these schemes in place before entering them, and I realize I've made a mistake here on this spelling, but we'll go back and change that in a moment. So after we've done entering the grades by the student, I make sure I click save and say yes. Now I'm still in Ashley. I can go arrow over to the next student if I'd like to do it that way. But while I'm here, we'll take a look and see how her grades look. So in the preview button, you'll get a view of what she would see. And she sees exactly what I wish her to see: a point scheme for her spelling and a grade set up for all of her other work. But I do need to go back and make a change in grades because I see that I have given the wrong out of here. So this is easy to fix. I can go from the enter grades, or I can go from the manage grades tab, and by clicking on that arrow button and edit. So now I can go back and change my points here and say save and close. And I have a problem with my spreadsheet. I'm showing 5 out of 10, 10, nothing for Mr. Beachy yet, 0 out of 10. That's because I didn't change how I view it. Now the student's view is good, but I'm going to go back and edit, and I want to change the override and show the symbol and color for these as well. So that'll make it a little bit easier for me to see while I'm doing my grades. So I will go back and change all of those. That's something I probably should have done at the beginning, but it's a pretty simple fix. So I've gone ahead and changed my view of this, and Ashley's work is all showing up nicely. The other way to enter grades, one other way of many, is to switch to the spreadsheet view, and I'll get a chance to put in all of the grades here. The drawback of that is that there isn't a place to add in comments with this spreadsheet. But if I save it, I'll be able to see that we have entered everybody's grade, and go back to the standard view and I'll get that color coding. Another way is to go to the tab here and grade all, and you'll get a list where you can add comments for students as well. And yet another way to add in the grades is by going by the category here and grade all. And this one's nice because you get more of the items, but you still keep the place for comments. So that is the nuts and bolts, I think, of using the grades tool. There's other little shortcuts and ways around it, but it's one of those things where you play with it and you'll find it probably. And if at the end of the day you have something that students can access and use and show their families and share that feedback from you, I think it ends up being a great tool for that communication. Please don't hesitate to ask for any help.